Hey, it's Barb, and I want to try something new today. And at the end, you'll have to give me your honest opinion because you're a little bit of a guinea pig. But I had this idea, and I wanted to see. It was kind of fun. It's pretty simple, and I am trying it. So here we go. So the topic is how a horse sees us. And what I mean by that is when we walk up to a horse, what does a horse see? How do they take in what's going on around them? So, in order to get to that place, what I'm going to do first is start with how humans communicate. So, here we go. Here's two people, they're talking away, and there's several things going on. Their communication is each of them talking here. But actually, each one of them has thoughts, which could be about anything. It could be about the conversation. It could be about their own insecurity. It could be about being critical of the other person. It could be really anything, but it's not seen on the outside. What is the typical way that we as humans communicate and engage is through words and also, of course, our body language. Now, when it comes to a horse, what we think of, as the horses, we think of them, seeing us physically and hearing our voice, which of course they do. But what a horse really perceives is our energy. And our energy is reflected. It comes from us through our body language, but also, not to get too woo-woo here, but also through our vibe. It's a known scientific phenomenon that the energy in the energy field that we each emit, that there's a type of photography that can measure that. So it's not just because it's not seen doesn't mean that it's not there. Well, that's what horses perceive, much more so than what we say. And of course, they see our body language and what we do with our body. And I was just connecting our thoughts to, in this case, this might be like excited or nervous. This is kind of a high stimulation. When we're in a highly stimulated state, by that, we're putting a lot of energy out. We've got a lot of thoughts going on here. Our body's moving kind of fast. It all works together. It's never really separated. We have the least amount of ability to really see what's going on with our horse. Our horse sees us, but in this kind of state, we don't see the horse. But when we get to a more quiet on the inside, more open kind of state of mind and body, we still have thoughts that are, consistent with that. Our body language is consistent with that. And, these are all linked together. Of course, then we have a whole different kind of energy. This icon represents the energy, and it's more of a at ease kind of energy. Now, horses, they are so perceptive to this because they're prey animals. This is what they use. This is how they're wired, is to read that. And so when we are in this state, a horse can begin to feel more at ease. But also what I think it's interesting is it allows us to see the horse, because our brainwave frequency is not so overexcited. our vision isn't narrow, and we can honestly perceive more accurate information about a horse. So whether you're on a horse's back or you're on the ground, before you even get to the barn, getting into a more quiet on the inside, more perceptive, more visual state is what allows you to see what's really happening with your horse. And then from there, you can take it where you want. So there you go. It's my scientifically based, but not high-end art depiction of what's going on with our communication with our horses. So let me know what you think. Leave a comment for me and have a great week. Bye-bye.